Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dennis and welcome back to Racer Random SCP Review. This will be 18th entry of SCP that we will actually review. And yeah, let's just start rolling the number. Um, Hopefully we get something that is low number so that we can pretty much come into the old stuff. So yeah, I will stop and 3, 2, 1 and stop. Okay, we got 3300. Okay, that's actually a whole number there. Without there are zeros, so it's pretty much like a full number. So yeah, let's will be 3300 SCP-3300 or 3300. But yeah, I will be right back. Okay, here we are in the SCP Wiki website, and this is SCP-3300, or it's called the rain. Speaking of the rain, it's actually raining right now. Kinda. I mean, not really, but well, actually, yes, it is raining at the moment. It's a very light rain, but it's raining. It can maybe proceed into a heavy rain. I'm not sure, but yeah. Why why I'm saying that is because, well, at the time I'm recording this, well, also at the time this got released, it is actually rainy season, and rainy season is pretty much a season that will be 6 months long, and every day is just raining pretty much. So yeah, there's just that. Anyway, okay, let's start SCP-3300, the rain, and let's uh, open this. Let's see if this is interesting or not. It seems like it says the rain, so this might be non-humanoid. This might be some kind of phenomenon that we will try to uncover or discover here, I think. Okay, there I don't really see any picture, um, which is fine. I mean, if it's rain, then it's just rain, I guess. Also, as you can see, the rating is actually plus 685, so it is actually a popular SCP then, because as you can see, there's many rating. It means that people actually come and read here. So yeah, also the fact that 685 rating, it means that I would say like about, I don't know, 2000 people actually come and visit this and read, at least anyway. Um, because sometimes only a fraction of people that are reading this. So even this can also mean that it is about 68,500 people, probably because 1% rate of people liking or rating this up. So yeah. Anyway, item SCP-3300, also I think it's because the fact that the number is whole, 3,300, like 3,000, there's some special SCP 3,100, 3,200, 3,300, and so on and so on, because it's a whole number. Maybe it gets included in some kind of competition or event going around at the time, in which it's basically like a spot or a number that got quote unquote, I don't know, like auctioned. But it's not really auction, but more like you submit your idea, and then people who have the idea upvoted the most, then they will get the price of the spot pretty much. So yeah, maybe this is that as well. I'm not sure because this is 3300. It's pretty much a long time ago. It can be as long as 2015, 2016, or even before that, like 2014 or something. But I feel like this maybe in 2016. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see. I think we'll see eventually. Okay, let's start the rain. SCP-3300. Object class is considered as Euclid. Okay, SCP or Special Containment Procedures. Containment of SCP-3300 is focused on observation and ensuring it does not spread from the affected area. Okay, so it is not human. It is something that can spread out. Okay, a mobile observation post has been set up 5 kilometers outside the town of Clearwater, Montana, for this purpose. Okay, Montana is I think in the U.S. Attempts at manned exploration of SCP-3300 events are currently suspended. Okay, exploration. That's interesting. So it is an area SCP again, I guess. When the 3300, I still don't know how to pronounce this, maybe 3300 event begins, the observation team will fall back to a point 10 kilometers from the town border and continue observation. Any unusual activity is to be noted. Any attempts made by outsiders to enter or exit the area will be halted. Non-lethal force is authorized for this purpose. Instances of SCP-3300-1 attempting to leave clear water will be detained and interviewed under the pretense of a police search. Following this, they will be allowed to continue their travel under Foundation observation. All personnel involved in the containment of 3300 are prescribed a weekly dose of Class Y amnestics. Okay, that's interesting. Class Y, I think this is the first time I heard that. I know Class A, Class B, C, or 1, Class 1, I don't know. But I never actually heard Class Y. But alright. SCP-3300 is an annual event in which the populace of Clearwater, Montana, henceforth -1, disappears and is replaced by a new set of citizens. Oh, okay, that's interesting. The 3300 event typically occurs in the mid portion of June and lasts 6 to 18 days. Okay, that's midsummer then. The first 48 hours of its event are marked by a light, continuous rain over the entire city. The rain is stationary and appears regardless of the weather in the surrounding area. Okay, so it's like that Minecraft biome pretty much when you enter a new biome and it's literally suddenly into just jump straight into a new biome pretty much. There is no transition, but okay. This portion of the event ends when the rain transitions to a severe thunderstorm lasting for the remaining duration of 3300. The interior of an SCP-3300 event past this point has never been observed. Any attempt by the Foundation to explore the event has ended in either a total loss of personnel or equipment or a failure to even enter the phenomena. Several times, personnel entering 3300 have emerged instantaneously on the other side. Oh, okay, so it's like a blanketed area, pretty much like a mystic area. So you try to enter, you go north and then you appear to the other side of the north pretty much, so you just instant like there's a portal there. Okay, that's interesting. When the SCP-3300 event ends, all previous -1 instances will have been replaced by new iterations with completely new appearances, personalities, and memories. Beyond remarking on the unusually severe nature of the storm, new instances show no recollection of the event. Okay. Dash 1 behave identically to baseline human beings. However, no record of any instance prior to their appearance from a 3300 event exists. Okay, so it's a completely new person, but you know, um, they try to find record whether or not the person actually existed before the event happened, but they got no record. So it's like a completely new people, pretty much. Instances will occasionally share names, professions, certain memories, and broad personality traits with those from previous iterations of 3300. However, no -1 instance has been observed repeating from previous events, so it's always a new one. Sometimes it can be, the same as someone else, but it's not them, pretty much. It's like a complete new person, but with some memories of the already existing person, but also this never repeats itself in the future. So I guess there's that now. Interesting. However, no -1 instance has been observed repeating. Okay, -1 instances are unaware of their anomalous nature and the circumstances surrounding their existence. Physical and post-mortem examinations reveal no differences from baseline humans. Okay, so yeah, so they try to observe the dead people that are these instances, but there is no different show than any other human, pretty much. Instances of -1 outside of the town when 3300 occurs will disappear several days after the event begins. All attempts to observe this disappearance have failed. Okay, that's interesting. Instances of Dash 1 outside of the town when 3300 occurs will disappear several days after the event begins. So they got respawned inside. I think that's what happened. Maybe, yeah. Maybe the person got respawned because you're wandering too far, so you got reset and got spawned inside as well. But then again, it says that it never repeats, so maybe it got respawned into random character as well, which is interesting actually. Okay, 3300 is accompanied by a moderate hazardous effect or effect. Outside citizens learning about the existence of the town of clear water or its citizen will give little thought to them unless the subject is brought to their direct attention. Also, this is a little bit of, I just noticed the town's name is called Clear Water, so maybe that's something. Um, Maybe the area is pretty much a what literally clear water, the water that clears everyone. So yeah, maybe this is that, I'm not sure. I mean, it's just for, maybe it's just for like coincidental a name pretty much. But all right, this effect affects focus rather than memory. Those affected do not forget that clear water exists, but rather show difficulty paying attention to it. Outside citizens familiar with the disappearance with disappeared instances of 3300 will not comment on their absence unless reminded, and even then show little concern. Okay, so they just don't care pretty much. Okay, the history of 3300 is unknown. Records of its existence go back to the beginning of the Foundation. Despite this, almost no progress has been made in attempts to research the phenomena. Well, yeah, it has some sort of mystic properties. You can't enter it. You cannot what is it, like, observe from the inside. The only thing that I think can happen is that when an instance of Dash One was outside and then they were given camera, and then they will disappear. They got respawned inside or teleported inside probably. So maybe the things that they are holding also got teleported with them. Maybe like a glimpse of thing. Maybe they can see a little bit. But it also got mentioned that no equipment has been available, has been succeeded to observe that. Maybe that what is it, that trick had already been done before. So yeah, there's that. What about entering from the above though, using airplane and then asking people to like the MTF or D class to jump and use parachute to enter the rain from the above pretty much. We all know that the rain doesn't actually come, doesn't come from outer space. There is a certain layer of atmosphere in the sky in which um, in which the rain can occur. So why don't they just go beyond that, like above that, and then they draw people and see where they're at? Maybe they can walk literally on top of the clouds, or maybe they will instantly got teleported to the other side. It means it will be in the underground, and then like, yeah, pretty much instant death because they got buried. So yeah, not sure. Maybe they have done this before. I'm not sure. Maybe it will actually get explained or mentioned. I'm not sure as well. But yeah, uh, addendum. The following journal was recovered in the aftermath of 3300 event ending on 30th of June 1995, and represents one of the few descriptions of what occurs during the phenomena. The writer of the document has been identified as 3300 slash 1995 slash 4307, aka Margaret Lane. The events described in the journal are unverified. Attempts to automatically observe the interior of 3300 event are still underway. Hey, if Kurt Cobain kept a journal, it can't be that bad of an idea, right? Help express my artistic side of or something. Finally get all the writing I've wanted to done. I don't know. Mom said it might be a good way for me to focus things, which means she just wants an easy way to snoop and make sure I'm staying clean. Joke's on her though, if she ever thinks she's gonna be able to find this. Still, I guess it would be nice to have something to look back on. Hopefully, to remind myself that things get better. So it's just a simple diary, pretty much, or a journal. Yeah, a journal maybe. There's a dream I've been having, which is weird because I don't usually remember my dreams, but I've had this one like 3 times in the past week. In it, I'm not myself. I'm in a small hut, standing above the bed where my daughter lies. Her skin is red, blotchy, hot. I'm praying that the disease won't take her, praying that she will recover or that this is some other sickness. It's no use, I know. The corpse of my husband won't let me forget. Another of the healthy, a boy who thinks himself a man, calls us together. The few that remain, I gaze around the room and see the same expressions on their faces that I feel in my heart, all except the boys. He grins as we enter and gestures to the bowl of water in front of him, clear water. Okay, that might be something. I've found it, he says, the key to our salvation. And then it ends. Weird, right? No idea what to make of it. Anyway, I'm heading to Sam's, so this will be it for the day. Gray clouds on the horizon. We need the rain. Okay, so gray clouds on the horizon. So this might be moments before the thing, or maybe the rain doesn't actually rain like continuously. Maybe it stops a while, and then people realizing about something, right? Realizing that it's kind of a dream, but also not really because it literally happens. So this person maybe in between those rain, they what is it like, wrote something in the journal pretty much. I can't remember what the sun looks like. Ha, joking a bit, but it's been drizzling for 3 days and it doesn't look like it's gonna let up soon. Phones are patchy as hell too. Radio says we can expect the weather to continue for at least a week. David tried to come earlier today and I told him fuck right back off to the ditch he crawled out of. Okay, who's David? David. That I didn't care how good the shit he'd gotten his hands on was. He did his whole kick puppy dog routine but eventually left before mom noticed. Thank God. The rain's kind of relaxing actually. It's got a rhythm to it. I could get used to this. Oh, so okay, so they also can actually write this during in between event. Also, there is a line over here. I feel like this is a new time, like a new page, or like there is like a gap pretty much in between the previous writing, or the previous passage, or the previous diary or journal with the next one, which is this one, and then the new one. Okay, next one. I don't think it's ever stormed this hard in my life. It's 2 in the afternoon, but looking outside, you'd swear it was midnight. My throat is starting to get sore from shouting over the noise. No idea what the hell happened. 1 minute it was drizzling, the next someone flipped a switch to dump the entire Pacific Ocean onto our heads. Internet and phone are completely down. Oh, that's probably the worst thing. Oh wait a minute. Isn't this like in 1995? Okay, maybe that's a plot hole here. It says that it's 1995 though. How is there like internet and phone? Well, internet has been is has existed since way before, but the fact that this is just a random person having internet and phone, I think this might actually be a plot hole here. Yeah, over here, 1995. Event ending on June 1995. So yeah, it's either a plot hole or an intentional thing. So it's maybe like some kind of time travel thing as well. Oh, that can also be something. So the people from this time got replaced or transferred or swapped with someone else from the other time in the past. And yeah, pretty much there's that. So maybe this is what's going on, but we'll see. But yeah, anyway, I think that'll be it for this one. Unfortunately, that's all the time that I've got for this one. It's already been 20 minutes, kinda, or even more than 20 minutes. But yeah, yeah, unfortunately, also as you can see, it just keeps going. Oh, it just keep going with the journal, and that's pretty much it. Okay, that's interesting actually. So it's just an SCP full of diaries or journal, which is interesting. Actually, I'm actually getting attached with it. I kind of want to learn more about this SCP specifically. Like it's the rain, so it's an area in the clear water, pretty much like a city named Clearwater in Montana. Now, I don't know what the reference is with the in real life. Maybe it has no reference at all. Maybe there is. I feel like all of this has reference to something. Even SCP-173, the sculpture, it got its reference from a painting that someone else has made. So, that in itself is already a reference to something else. So, I feel like there is not really any original SCP here. It's if you're being honest, or if the writers are being honest, it must have been they must have gotten some portion of the idea from something else, and they make a story out of it. So yeah, even at 1% of something else, it still has 1% of some reference. So there's that. um, Maybe it has something to do with the real location in Montana, in Clearwater. So maybe there's that. I'm not sure. But after I finish reviewing this, I will actually try to Google Clearwater, Montana, and see myself what's going on there. Is there anything is there any like unusual phenomena that happened there? Maybe like a continuous rain for 7 days, 7 nights. I'm not sure, but yeah. Uh, Anyway, until then, thank you guys for watching. This has been Razer Random SCP Review entry number 18, part 1. And a few days from now, we'll talk or discuss the next part. But yeah, until then, see ya.